Alright. Hi, I'm Aidan Hall. Some of you know me, some of you don't. Hi, I'm Aidan Hall. I've been addicted to alcohol for
First question.
you know, long story short, I've been a TCOM student here for 2 years. I've either been watching or been a part of HvZ ever since I got here. It's always been something that I've been interested in. Even if there was a semester I was too busy to play, I always made sure that I was watching. I signed a waiver this year, but I never got a chance to really play, so I walked around and watched. I mean, you saw me almost every day. I've always wanted to be a part of HvZ to try and construct stories that engage more and more people, trying to get more and more people involved in it. I don't really know the UGL all that well. I'm not a big part of the bigger part of it, but I do want to be a part of the HvZ, and I do want to get the story out there to try and get a lot more people as part of the UGL and with the HvZ. I've read every comic, I've seen every show, and I've seen every movie that could possibly really impact this, and I want to really make it something great for as long as I'm still on campus here. And that's all I really have to say, because in all honesty, I just want to be able to involve with the story and handle really difficult situations that might arise so that everybody's happy. Everybody has a good time playing. There's not people running up and punching mods in the face the first night they're turned, or I actually watched that. That was an adventure. Poor Jim. I feel so sorry for that man. He can't ever play HvZ without getting a wound. But yeah, I want people to have fun. I don't want there to be punches or kicks thrown. And yeah, I guess I opened the board up to Q&A. So yeah.
So you said you just want to help people have fun. Would you be okay with being on a mod staff?
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay.
If I don't win admin, I would be more than happy winning mod or anything that would allow me to impact the story or the gameplay in any shape, way, or form. But start at the top and then work your way down. Again, yes.
This is on your application, but I just like to ask, how are you going to script the game?
Again, I don't know the whole goings on and all of it. I might make a bad call here or there. I might, go too far with the story. I might go too short with the story. I might just, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I can make a ton of possibilities, but I'm a fresh mind that can come in and change things. So whether or not it's for the good or bad, I really don't know. Yeah.
What kind of zombie curve were you going to look at? Was it going to be more like a Peter game with a slow, gradual curve, or more like in the fall game, like for say like Alex's, where it was a very steep and early curve?
I would say I would try and keep it sort of relevant to how the players do on certain missions and things like that. I don't want it to, snowball and have them fighting, 100 zombies to 40 humans right out of the get-go because they dropped the ball on 1 or 2 missions. But if, like, say the players are just not doing well and they choose to not do well, then yeah, you up the difficulty until either the strong believers are still in or everybody teams up and they start working like a team and get stuff done. Yes?
If you have trouble finding time to play the game, how would you be able to find time to run the game?
I have really had difficulty playing the game in these past 2 years because I've been trying to set everything up with my other affiliations. But now that those are sort of, taking root and everything, I have a solid schedule. I can now play HvZ every semester the way I have it set up. The only time I wouldn't is if I'm taking an internship or something like that. But other than that, I've really found my rooting in Ball State, so I have more time for academics and UGL.
Would you want to be involved in, like, are you ever involved in any other games in Urban Games League?
I have only done HvZ because my friends have a very particular interest in it. However, I did see World War III and that did catch my eye, and I would be more than happy to try that out. But if you look at me, I am not suited for, Foursquare or, I don't run. I'm the fat kid you throw behind everyone else. I'm bait. I'm bait. I've lived and died as bait. Yes.
Have you thought about making the game fun and engaging for the zombies?
Oh, totally. I mean, I was walking with the zombies last semester, and God love them, I felt sorry for them when they were just standing around doing nothing. Yes. I mean, I want people to be engaged no matter where they are. If you're a zombie, I understand that, these guys have guns, these guys have swords. There's only so much you can do to make zombies, better zombies. But that doesn't mean they can't have fun. That doesn't mean they can't do their own thing and have a good time. So I do believe that zombies need to be, they're still players. They need to be respected as still players and not just as losers. Yes.
How would you feel about, or in what ways would you be able to get more people out to day missions. I generally know that if the human goes to a day mission, the human does well, and vice versa for the zombie. If they're going out to day mission, they're probably the people that are hunting during the day and getting the kills.
Right.
How would you get those people out?
I- 5 minutes? Okay. I would try and do something along the lines of people that do day missions will get certain bonuses that people at night missions normally wouldn't get because they're showing that they're going that extra mile, they're doing that extra dedication. Normal, but yes, if you can't do it because of class expectations or something like that, you're not going to be penalized for it. But if you go, you're going to, get a bonus for it. You're going to get a special, nod. I'm not saying like you're going to get a gold star and you're going to get definitely bonuses. But I mean, like if there's debates or something, if there's someone that's been going to everything, they show that they're really dedicated and they say there was some sort of breaking the rules, I'm going to listen to that person. I'm going to listen to them. And even if they're wrong, I'll still give them an equal chance. Yes?
On that question, how would you know which people to give bonuses to? Would you have like an attendance system?
Yeah, I would imagine doing something along the lines of an attendance sort of situation. That way I could, send out different emails to the people that successfully did it than I would the night mission. Maybe give more intel than someone that does the night mission. That would help sort of balance it out. That way they could tell their night mission friends what's going on. But if you send like one person from your squad out to do a day mission, they get the information you normally wouldn't get during the night mission. That way there's an incentive for people to go out on the day missions. Anything else?
I have a hug.
Yeah, of course, you can always have a hug. But yes, you, before the hugging commences.
What sort of missions would you like to do?
That is a very good question, but honestly, I would love to listen to whatever everybody else has to say about it. What I would want to just come up with like a story all on my own, because again, this would be my first time running anything along these lines. I would just be coming in trying to, work everything into its own way. But honestly, like something like the From Dusk Till Dawn thing that I'm excited but scared about, the Blackest Night thing, would be something really interesting to me. But I hated Blackest Night as a comic book event, so who knows?
You don't get that hug now.
I hated it because Brightest Day happened right after it. But yes?
Okay. If you were going to do one non-standard HvZ mission, not something that would throw all the veterans for a loop, as well as would throw the new people for a loop, do you have any in mind? You don't have to tell us what it is so we can still be surprised. Do you have a few in mind?
I do have a couple in mind, one of which, I might as well say it doesn't really matter. It would be very hard to do, but it's sort of my little baby that I've been wanting to do. And that's introducing a sort of human versus human aspect to it, sort of mercenaries or people that are trying to go against the other humans to try and take that stuff. That way it's not just, unarmed zombies versus gun, sword, toting humans. It's gun and sword toting humans versus gun and sword toting humans at different points in the story that may or may not impact the story in some shape, way, or form. Yes.
Do you have a mod staff in your mind? Maybe not informed them that they're going to be on your mod staff?
Again, I would probably have to consult previous HvZ admins to see which mods did it best and to understand like which ones. Because honestly, that would only have one person in mind that I would really want as a mod, and that would be Jim Capeless. But that's only because he's a close friend of mine that's done this for 4 years, that he knows what's going on. But then again, I would want some of the senior members on, because again, they know what's going on. They know how these mechanics work, and they can help me shape it into a much more game. Yes?
About that human versus human thing, how might that work?
Again, it's my baby, but I sometimes leave my baby in its crib for a while. I have no idea where I was going to take that, but it's a dream of mine. I would imagine sort of introducing a sort of kind of a Walking Dead aspect to it. They're trying to do their own thing, trying to set up their own recons, and get maybe some other HvZ-esque players to do it. But I don't know how to set it up.
Okay.
That's my only point. Any last questions? Any hugs?
No.
Nothing? Okay. It's because I don't like Blackest Night. I respect that. Yes.
If the foundation of HvZ were in need of repair, would you do whatever it takes to get the
Don't
job done?
Don't answer any of these questions from him from this point forward.
Okay. I will respectfully plead the fifth on that. Yes.
Do you have a reason why you feel you are more qualified than the other 4 people sitting out there? Besides Burbs, who's throwing in a bit of a troll out.
Honestly, not in particular. I believe I'm just as good as any one of them, if not a little bit less than them. But I've got room to learn. Honestly, I know Brooks has been there for God knows. I went to high school.
Time's up.
So, yeah.
Huh?